Hey, Emily.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty dandy. Like that word.
I do like that word. That was a good one.
Thank y'all.
What song are you listening to?
I am obsessed with Florida.
What a just yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, man.
Song of the summer.
I think so. I think so. If so many people didn't hate it,
I just can't understand why anyone hates it.
I don't know. I really don't get it.
I love it.
When I hear you can beat the heat if you beat the charges too, I just stand up and pledge allegiance to my flag.
Like nothing is better than Fuck Me Up Florida.
Yeah.
It's
great.
I love it.
Fits on the album so perfectly.
Excellence.
Beautiful song. I'll always return to it. It's a repeat for me.
And if you don't like it, you're canceled.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'll find a way to cancel you.
If you don't like it and you have Eras Tour tickets, you have to give them to us.
It's
That's the
legal.
law. Yeah.
That's absolutely the law.
Yeah, Joe Biden just passed that law.
I heard this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy law, but like I'm cool with it.
I mean, it benefits us, so
It
yeah.
does. Thank you, Joey.
If he's done one thing
It is
in
so
this
not
presidency,
Jover. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
Re-elect Joe Biden, everybody. Joe Biden 2024.
Joe Biden forever.
Biden Harris.
Forever.
Oh,
gosh,
don't put that on record.
No, we're really kidding.
But don't hire Trump either. Never mind.
Just yeah.
Let's move on. What are you listening to, Serena?
Fresh out the slammer.
Okay. Sorry.
That transition
Yeah.
was completely unplanned but perfect. I've been hyperfixating on Fresh Out the Slimer.
Okay, any particular reason why?
I don't know. It was one that I liked, stuck out to me from the beginning. I just like the Now Pretty Baby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that. I just like it. I don't know. I don't have
I
don't have a like direct reason as to why, but I just think it's an underrated one.
Mm-hmm. I can feel my body like lifting when that part comes on.
Yeah, exactly. It's beautiful. It's great. It's excellent.
It's a good one. I love the beginning of it where it feels all Western. It's like
yeah, I love it. It's
fun.
giving debut.
Oh yeah, kind of. Yeah. Oh my god, I would love a country rendition of it or something.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are we doing today?
We are talking about The Black Dog, the song.
Yeah. That's what we're doing.
We analyzed LOML off of the standard edition.
Which we do need to have a chat about this because you posted a
we?
ranking the other day and that being was crazy.
I'm so sorry. I know. Okay, so here's my reason. When we said we were going to like analyze a song from, I was like, okay, let's do LOML because it's the one song that I feel like I'm not appreciating enough. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, it didn't help. So I learned about the song and I was like, okay.
I still hate it.
No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. For the record. Was it actually last?
I think it was.
It was either last or second to last.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, I don't think I've seen anyone rank it that low.
I know. Brutal. My
Emily
bad.
is just always here for the hot takes.
I guess so. No, it was funny. I was talking to a friend the other day who's like not online, but she loves Taylor Swift. And I was like, so what do you think about the album? And I'm like, give me your top 5, like give me your tops or whatever. And she's like, Love of My Life is my fave. And I was like, excuse me?
That's so funny. Well, I have a funny story too about songs that aren't our favorite. My friend, I didn't even know she listened to the podcast. So Tiara, if you're listening, hey, love you. She texted me and was like, I just listened to your podcast episode and I'm cracking up because I love Robin. And she's a mom.
Let's
and
get
she
her
was
on.
Yeah, right. Can you please come explain this to us, please? And she said like it just like reminds her of like motherhood in like a lot of ways and like whatever. Yeah. That's why she likes it. And she sent me like this article about it, and I was just like, okay, I can get what you're saying. Like I liked what the article had to say about it. Whatever was nice, but I was just
it's just really hard on like an album full of like absolute masterpieces. Not to say that Robin isn't a masterpiece. It's just hard to like
It just doesn't stick for me.
Yeah. After that episode we recorded, though, I feel like that whole week I was seeing posts about people being like, it's so underrated, or like, oh my gosh, I look at it from the perspective of like my younger self, and like, and I'm like, okay, I get it now.
Okay, a little bit, but still not for me. Anyway, back to the task at hand.
Yeah.
Analyzing the Black Dog. So I will say, this song's pretty straightforward. So I'm not really sure how much insight we're going to be able to provide here, but this is what you asked for.
We'll do our best. We'll just read through it and
give you our thoughts as we go.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So first line says, as someone who, until recent events, you shared your secrets with and your location. Okay. Do you have anything? Okay. I do.
Okay.
So I just put, as someone who, until recent events, I feel like that's just like an interesting way to talk about things ending. Like, what were the recent events, Tay?
That it ended?
Yeah, but it's just like a weird way to say it.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think when I was sitting down to like think about this song differently, like I was trying to take it out of like the literal context. I'm like, maybe this was before a breakup?
Maybe.
You know? Like maybe it was like a fight or something?
It's like on the verge, yeah. And like you forgot to turn your location off. Is that something that was done before? Like was turning the location off? Yeah. Like maybe if you're in a fight with someone and you leave and you turn your location off so they don't know. It was just some food for thought for me there. Because you forgot to turn it off. Not you forgot to stop sharing it with me. You forgot to turn it off. Just some thoughts.
True, maybe they're a chronic turner offer.
Maybe. But anyway, and I just put she's just like us because same. And then next line, you forgot to turn it off, so I watched as you walk into some bar called the Black Dog. So I think the line that you forgot to turn it off, I think is interesting because one, like, yes, you forgot to turn it off, not you stopped sharing it with me. And it just shows you that she's obviously thinking about him and checking in. Like, she's checking the location, so she's clearly thinking about him. And then
she's watching him walk into this bar too.
Yeah.
That's a full, like, I noticed you were there. That's like a, where's your little dot going?
Sit and watch. Yeah, exactly. So I watch as you walk into some bar called the Black Dog. So the use of the word some bar is telling me that it's not a familiar place. Like, it's not the bar, the Black Dog that we go to all the time. Right, it's like somewhere different bar. Or just, some random place.
Yeah, that's like, that could have been her first, like, okay, you're going to a place that we've never been to, like, you don't care about me anymore. That was like her first.
The first sign.
Yeah.
The first flag was raised. Okay. And then it says, and pierce new holes into my heart. You forgot to turn it off.
That repetition just kills me right there. So you forgot to turn it off.
Yeah, because it's like she's still thinking about, like, oh, you forgot to stop me from doing this. So do you actually care? Do you actually want me to see where you are?
Yeah, it was intentional.
And the pierce new holes in my heart, I wonder if that's almost like a fear of like what could happen while you're at this bar and not thinking about me like I'm thinking about you. I don't know. Or
she's assuming that they're there with someone else.
Yeah.
Because I mean that comes into play later a little bit.
Very true.
Also, the way she sings that line, you forgot to turn it off, like it's almost like it's part of the last line too, like, and pierce new holes in my heart, you forgot to turn it off.
Yeah,
I love that.
She does that a lot in this song, where it's like, where does the sentence end? You're not sure, and sometimes
it's just like a rambling.
Her lyrics will have punctuation in them, and this one doesn't, which I think is interesting. So she wants you to like hear it that way.
Yeah.
Okay. And it hits me. I just don't understand how you don't miss me. And this is, again, one of those moments where and it hits me, I just don't understand how you don't miss me in the Black Dog. Or is it, and it hits me, I just don't understand how you don't miss me in the Black Dog when someone plays the starting line. It couldn't go either way.
It could.
And
because from that line before, it's like, this is unfamiliar to her. So I took it as like, this whole section, she's like, how does everything not remind you of me, like everything reminds me of you.
Right. And how are you out and about and doing something new, and I'm at home stalking your location and missing you? So then it says, when someone plays the starting line and you jump up, but she's too young to know this song that was intertwined into the magic fabric of our dreaming. Old habits die screaming. So there's a lot to unpack here.
God damn.
Yeah. Yes. So if you don't know, the starting line is a pop punk band from like the early 2000s.
I love pop punk.
Yeah. I don't really know a ton of starting line songs, but I know a few. And fun fact, they're from Pennsylvania. And she's from Pennsylvania.
Slay.
So kind of cute, kind of fun. So yeah, when someone, I love, have you talked about your theory of the tune touch here
on the podcast? I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
So my theory is Miss Taylor is sitting at home. She's on her phone. She's stalking his location. She's watching this little bubble walk into some bar called the Black Dog. And of course, she gets curious because she's like, I've never been to that bar. Let me look at their website and see, what's going on, what the vibe is. She goes on their website. She sees they have Touch Tunes, which is this fun little jukebox app where you can pay to play songs at whatever place you're at. You pick the location, you pick the bar, whatever. And maybe she goes on and she queues up a bunch of songs that should remind him of her, and they play and he doesn't text her, and she gets pissed off. So she writes a song.
Yeah.
Because she's like,
I love that.
I know that song played, and I know
you thought I know you did.
I don't actually know if they have Touch Tunes.
We don't really know it. This is just a fun thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, when someone plays the starting line and you jump but she's too young to know this song. And that is such a specific feeling. Have you ever had a song play that you love and somebody in the room is too young to know it? Yeah. It is a very specific feeling of like I'm old.
Yeah.
And this is uncomfortable.
Even like those TikTok trends where it's like they'll say like the year they were born. They're like 2002 versus like 1992 or whatever. And they like play the songs and the 2002 like knows nothing.
Yeah.
You're like, these were, I grew up on
like
these
how
songs.
do you not know these songs? Yeah. So that's a very like specific feeling.
Yeah.
And I think the line that was intertwined in the magic fabric of our dreaming. And so it's just like this person that he's potentially with doesn't know a song that was so important to them in their relationship. And like, she doesn't even know the song. Like, that's like it has to be a very strange feeling of like, because if it's intertwined in the magic fabric of your dreaming, that means you listen to that song probably a lot.
Yeah. And
it's crucial to.
It's a huge part of their story.
Yes, exactly. And then one of my favorite Taylor lines maybe of all time. Old habits die screaming.
That's a crazy line.
And it's just like, to me, that's like when something becomes a habit and then it ends. That's really hurtful. And like, it's really hard to break a habit. Mm-hmm. And it dies screaming.
Yeah. I feel like she's calling herself the old habit. And she's dying screaming.
Yeah.
She's not going down without a fight.
Wow. That's not the way I interpreted it, but I really like that.
Yeah.
I was interpreting it as like the relationship was the habit. And just like the familiarity of just being with someone for so long, and like just it's what's comfortable and what you're used to. Either way, I like it. So
yeah.
The next line says, I move through the world with the heartbroken. My longings stay unspoken. So here I just put, she relates to and sees the people that are heartbroken. I feel like sometimes when you are in that state, you can just see other people that are the same way that you may have not noticed.
Oh, this is the first time I'm like learning that that's the lyric. I move through the world with the heartbroken.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus.
And my longings stay unspoken. So she's not talking about this and the struggle and how much she misses him. She's probably putting on a brave face and acting like she doesn't care.
Yeah.
When that's not true. And here comes the fear. And I may never open up the way that I did for you. And I just feel like for her, it's just questioning, like, will I ever find that connection again? Will I ever, and will I want to? Will I want to put in the effort of getting to know someone this deeply again and letting them know me this deeply?
Definitely not.
Yeah. And all those best laid plans. You said I needed a brave man, then proceeded to play him until I believed it too. And I just think these few lines are very interesting because I think I presume that this song is about Joe. That this song gives me Joe vibes. So I'm going to talk about it in the context of this song's about Joe.
Sure.
And I think we've seen throughout their relationship and just like whatever through the lyrics and the stories that is being told to us that there was a bit of a like victim savior complex. I feel like she, when they first got together, was in a very like low time, and she feels like he came in and saved her, and that I think he treated her that way also, like, I saved you, I chose you when things were hard. And I think it made her believe she needed a savior when she didn't. And that's what this line says to me. You said I needed a brave man, then proceeded to play him until I believed it too. So until I believed that you were brave and that I needed a brave man.
Wow.
Is what I get out of that.
Oh my God.
And
oh my God. You're right. Shoot.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay. Wow. Because I took the line like all of those best laid plans. I know she talks about her best laid plans in Hoax, but I was also thinking like Mastermind, where she's like, I got you, I put you here, and I orchestrated all of it, and
then it still didn't work.
Yeah,
I did everything I could to control the situation and make it what I wanted it to be,
and like I really thought that I did all of this, but
it wasn't what I thought it was. It's not ending. I didn't foresee this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next line is, and it kills me. I just don't understand how you don't miss me in the shower. So I think this is interesting because this is like a bit of a repeating, but with a few words that are different. So the first time she says this, she says, and it hits me. So it hits me and then it kills me. And then I just don't understand how you don't miss me, which is the same on both sides. And then it says in the Black Dog versus in the shower. So I was really thinking about the shower line. I was like, at first I was like, I don't understand what the use of of shower is. But then I was just thinking, I was like, maybe it's just like something mundane that you do all the time, aka like, why don't you miss me all the time?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like the thing that I couldn't.
Like, why doesn't everything remind me of you the way it reminds you of whatever,
why everything, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I took it, I was like, did they break up in the rain?
Well, I did. Yeah, I was wondering. And remember how my rain-soaked body was shaking? I said, this is pointing to a specific memory we don't understand.
Yeah, maybe there's like something about like getting stuck in the rain and like having this memory together. And then like when you're in the shower, just remembering how that the rain was falling and like, you know.
Exactly. It definitely is pointing to something specific that maybe we're not supposed to understand, that it's just like, it's whoever the song is about knows exactly what that means.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then
but I had also kind of related this to like the Eras tour. I mean,
I was thinking that too.
I was never thinking of like who it could have been about, but I'm like, everyone was watching her. All eyes were on her at the Eras tour. Like it rained a lot
in the beginning. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Definitely an interesting line there. These next few really hurt my soul. Do you hate me? Was it hazing? For a cruel fraternity I pledged. And I think this part's interesting because the do you hate me, I think she's trying to like understand. These next few lines she's trying to understand. And the was it hazing for a cruel fraternity I pledged? I wrote, did I do this to myself?
Because I accidentally sign up for this.
Right, because you choose to pledge for a fraternity.
But yeah. But no one ever chooses to be hazed.
Right. That's what I mean though. But you did choose
to
put yourself into the situation. So it's like, yeah, like, did I do this to myself kind of thing.
Yeah.
And this line, and I still mean it, old habits die screaming. I don't even really have much to say other than, ow.
Yeah.
she just, it's so targeted, and like, I don't know, that I still mean it. It's like, even though maybe I did do this to myself
and you put me through it,
it still doesn't make it any less painful.
Yeah. I'm still not going down without a fight.
Yeah. Okay. 6 weeks of cleaning breathe air. I still miss the smoke.
Wait, say that again.
6 weeks of breathing clean air.
You said cleaning breathe air. Sorry.
Oh.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
6 weeks of breathing clean air. I still miss the smoke. And this line reminds me of clean. Yeah. Just immediately.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know the clean air is better, but you still miss the smoke anyway.
Yeah. Like, I'd rather it kill me.
Yep. Were you making fun of me with some esoteric joke? So an esoteric joke is like, so esoteric, the word means like something that's known by a small group of people. So essentially she's saying, is it an inside joke?
Yeah.
Now I want to sell my house and set fire to all my clothes. So I think this is interesting because it's like, do you want to sell your house and set fire to all your clothes because everything reminds you of him? Or are you trying to get the smoke again?
Ooh.
And like, will he come back if something bad happens? Like, you set fire to everything and there's smoke. Is he going to come because there's smoke?
Like a smoke signal.
Almost.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But the next line. And hire a priest to come and exorcise my demons, even if I die screaming.
Okay, so those 3 lines, that now I want to sell my house and set fire to all my clothes and hire a priest to come and exorcise my demons, even if I die screaming. That makes me feel like I need to like start over.
Yeah, I need to get over
everything
this
out of me because this was all my fault. I'm clearly full of demons. I need to sell the house because this house that we built together isn't working, and I'm gonna burn everything I own.
Yeah, and to exercise my demons, it can be taken 2 ways. I think, is it like, is he the demon she's trying to exercise, or is everything that's wrong with her as to why it didn't work the demons? And yeah, and maybe if I exercise this, if I get rid of everything, if I start over and it doesn't kill me, then maybe it'll be okay.
Yeah. True.
But then she comes back and I hope you hear it.
Yeah. See, that's where I like backtrack and I'm like, okay, she doesn't like want to be in this anymore. I think it's very much like, you're the demon. And
I think it's also like proving of like, I want you to know that this hurt me so bad. And now I don't care anymore. Now I just want to get rid of you. There was a time where I was stalking your location and I really couldn't get over it, couldn't stop caring about it. But now you need to hear it when this is all gone. When the painful process of this all going away, you need to hear and you need to know that I'm done and I'm over it and I've moved on.
Yeah.
And I hope it's shitty in the Black Dog. I hope it sucks.
What I'm trying to look at hold on. That part that I hope it's shitty in the Black Dog. What did she say before?
I hope you hear it. And I hope it's shitty in the Black Dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You see it?
I was just looking at like the past lyrics when she says, "I just don't understand how you don't miss me in the Black Dog," and now she's saying, "I hope it's shitty in the Black Dog."
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And then she just repeats when someone plays the starting line and you jump up. It's she's too young to know this song that was intertwined in the fabrics of our dreaming. 'Cause tail between your legs, you're leaving, and I still can't believe it. 'Cause old habits die screaming. And I think this line's so interesting. I wrote, I can't believe it's over, and this is how it ends, with you not being brave, but with your tail tucked between your legs.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe that it's all said and done, and it's been so painful for me. I'm exercising my demons. I'm selling my house. I'm burning my clothes, and you're just gonna walk away.
You're just gonna walk into a bar and not think of me anymore.
And it's just over. And I can't believe it. And I just can't believe that that's how it ends. And that I put just a thought here of like, maybe you were never brave, and that habit of you acting like you were is what killed us.
Yeah. Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel this whole song just goes from such like a desperation to just like full anger.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah, it goes from desperation to like it almost like tells the story of like hitting the point of being done. And like when you finally like realize, okay, this needs to end. And I need to get over it, and I need to just keep breathing the clean air.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder, so I was also trying to think, like I said earlier, of this in like a deeper metaphorical way instead of like literal.
Right.
What do you think about the black dog still being this metaphor for like depression and that kind of thing, and not necessarily like a physical bar, but saying like, you know, you're still sitting in this. I left. Like, but at the end it's like, well, I hope it's shitty in your depressive state when you like nothing will bring you out of it because I've tried a million times.
And you're choosing to just live in it and not do anything to help yourself. Yeah. Because
that was like a huge theory when we just had the song title.
Right.
And didn't know anything about it. And that was like a big metaphor for depression.
I can see how that could be 100% be what it's talking about here. And using a bar to reference, and maybe, I mean, bars come with alcohol. Maybe this, you know, maybe he was a drinker when he was depressed.
Yeah.
Or maybe drinking made him depressed and he wouldn't stop drinking. I mean, I don't want to like, you know, put alcoholism on this man. I don't know him at all, but it when you think about it that way, it could definitely be that.
Yeah. Just an interesting little thought. But I really do feel like this was meant to take literally. Like, I don't think there's any deeper like
or maybe and sometimes I think she does both. You know, it has that metaphor to it, and it's also literal. But yeah, I feel like this song was pretty straightforward. I think there's some like tidbits you can kind of get from it, but yeah, that's really all I have to say.
It's a great song.
It is a great song. And I love it.
It feels too short.
It does feel too short. I agree. There's not really like a super strong bridge in it. I wish there was.
I know. I feel like a nice bridge would have like
really
sealed it.
It would have
crushed. Like,
I think it would have taken this song to like supermodel level of like top tier.
If she would have like gone, and I hope it's shitty in the Black Dog when someone said plays a starting line, jump, whatever, and she just like went on almost like she does in The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Like if it was just like hit after hit after hit, that would have been insane.
I know, but I like it how it is.
Oh, I also love the end when she says "old habits die screaming," but she like can't say the last part. You know, she's like scream, like she's like breathing her last breath.
Yeah,
that's devastating.
It is devastating. And this song isn't one of those. It's the Taylor special. It sounds kind of a little upbeat and fun, but the words are ripping through your soul.
She's like a full orchestra at the end, just like going hard, and she's like,
I know, it's crazy.
Spewing out these.
It's crazy. Yeah. I love it. All right. Well, this may go down in history as the shortest episode we've ever done.
So thank you for picking an easy song.
Yes. Thank you.
I wish it was harder because I learned nothing.
Next time, give us a challenge.
Yeah.
No, it was still fun to think about it a little more.
Listen to this song again and again and again. So thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And we'll see you next week with a guest.
Yay.
Yay. All right. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.